lots and lots of hotels and lots of brands have recognized this area as the new it thing.
They go above and beyond with luxury. Every stage of whatever you're doing, it's all about the experience.
The market out there, my goodness, declining. They've just gone like this. The government out there is trying to waive certain fees to encourage people to buy.
If clients are looking to start up their own real estate company, then look, you're going to cut off your own legs before you start running, because you won't get the good deals out in the market because brokers won't bring you the deals. Because some clients, they'll have their needs, but they don't exactly know what they want. That's where our expertise really comes into play.
Welcome back, guys, to the second episode of Brown and Ferguson. So without further ado, shall we start with some questions?
Yeah, of course. Let's get right into it.
Do you want to start?
Do I want to start? Oh, you've caught me off guard here. You'd think I'd be prepared. We've only been sitting here for 10 minutes.
I know. Dylan's literally just come straight from a viewing on the Palm, so he is feeling the heat.
Yes, and it was a villa with no AC. And it is currently, let me actually check what it is. It is 46 degrees outside.
46 degrees Celsius, okay, not Fahrenheit. It is roasting out there.
And I'm wearing a shirt, trousers, shoes. Oh, it's unbearable.
But you know, I like that about you because you don't drop your standards with dress code. Even throughout the summer, you see a lot of brokers that will wear shorts and have their tattoos out, and they, like, everything just drops. Whereas I feel like you're really consistent throughout the year.
I am, but I also don't blame them. There was a minute when I was in that villa today where I was like, I would kill to be in like just shorts, t-shirt,
I'm
and
not
flip-flops.
asking for a three-piece suit, but I just think there's a certain standard that really lacks in the real estate industry where people just wear like t-shirts, polos and joggers, and it just feels really like meh. You know, there's no professionalism in it. And I just think whoever you are, whatever property you're showing, I could be showing a one bed in JVC, but I'm gonna look good because first impressions count. And I just think that it shows respect to the other person, to the client, that you've made an effort.
Yeah, I do agree. My personal take on it is I always dress to impress. First,
I like that.
First impressions do count. There are days where I will dress down a little more, but it's always a polo and trousers and loafers or a nice pair of dress shorts.
Yeah,
it's
not
always
shorts.
there's always a. Well, I do have dress shorts, and sometimes you have to wear them. But you know,
Yeah.
as long as there's a clear effort to look good and look smart,
Yeah.
then I think that's what matters. But I think some brokers will come to the viewing as if they've just rolling out of bed, and it's like, come on,
Yeah.
you're asking for a big commission here, and you're clearly not making effort. I think, you know, that everyone has different standards, and if your standard is a little bit more dressed down than what I do, at least put in the effort with that sort of style. Do you know what I mean?
But Brown and Ferguson standards are smart.
Yeah.
Always smart.
Always sharp.
Yeah. Okay, well, do you want to dive in first?
Yes. Okay, so now this is an interesting one because you're a shopaholic.
Oh.
But what is your favorite mall in Dubai?
Dubai Hills.
Dubai Hills.
Dubai Hills Mall. And it's sad because it doesn't have any of the like luxury brands. But Dubai Hills Mall is a good size. It's not as big as Dubai Mall where it's just ridiculously big. It takes ages to get from one shop that you want to the other. And then you get your steps in.
Yeah.
It's not too congested. It's just the right amount. And it's clean. It's really new, still fairly modern and new. The cinema there is amazing. You can walk around and get to what you need to get. It's one of those malls that if you wanted to just run in and grab something, you can do it. And I just love how they play jazz music in the car parks. If anyone's
That's a nice
ever
touch.
been, check out the car parks.
See, what you said is like, it's nice that you can literally just pop in for something.
Yeah.
Because so many times, especially coming from the UK, you just pop to the shops.
Yeah.
You pop in and out, you get one
Done.
thing and you're out, and you're in and out in 10, 15 minutes. In Dubai Mall, that is impossible. Like we both live within 2 minutes of Dubai Mall.
Yeah.
And we probably go, once every couple months? Because it's just like, I mean, you go more than me, but
I was
it's just,
gonna say,
it's
once
just
a week.
usually, as a guy, you never go to the shops for hours. You're in and out.
Yeah.
And Dubai Mall is just like, it's a full day. You go in there and, you know, when I first moved here, I think I got lost in there about 5 times. I lost my
I think
car.
we know it now.
And I know it, well, I wouldn't say I know it now. I would say I know the bits that I know. So I
Yeah.
know, right, I'm always going to park there because I know how to get back to that parking.
Yeah.
But I still find myself using the screen in Dubai Mall. You know, if I need to get somewhere, if I'm going to wherever, I
Yeah.
type it into the screen, and then you need to remember the trail that it
Yeah.
tells you to go. But I mean, look, we're, you know, it's champagne problems. We've got the biggest mall on our doorstep and we're complaining about it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's amazing. It
the
is
thing
wonderful.
It's because Dubai Mall is a tourist attraction. When people come to Dubai, they go to Burj Khalifa and they want to go to Dubai Mall because most people have not seen the largest indoor aquarium in the world, and it's in a
Yeah.
shopping mall. Like when I went scuba diving, I'm literally diving with sharks, stingrays, everything was flapping against my face. And then I'm looking out of the glass and there's literally hundreds of people who
Yeah.
are shopping. And it's just,
I think Dubai Mall is the best if like someone comes over and they want an activity.
Yeah,
And it's like an
as a
activity
statement.
with shopping alongside. You know, you can go there and you can spend the whole day there. You can do so much there. It's incredible.
Yeah.
But for actual like convenience of jumping in and getting
Dubai
something,
House Mall.
which, you know, you shop every week.
Yeah.
So I understand why you're saying, you know, that matters.
if Dubai Hills Mall had a fashion avenue, my life would be really, really great. That would be like the epitome.
Okay.
Yeah. What's your favorite mall?
I'd probably agree. Dubai Hills Mall, I love it that you literally drive in underground, you park, you're up the escalator, you're back down to your car,
Done.
and that's it. It's pretty perfect. Like I've popped into Dubai Hills Mall just to get a Starbucks because I know the Starbucks is right in the central parking.
Yeah.
You got the grand parking,
Yeah.
and it's right there in the corner, and then you can jump back in. So you're in and out for a coffee in 5 minutes.
Trust you to
Try doing
think
that.
about Starbucks.
Try doing that in Dubai Mall. You know, it takes you 5 minutes.
For me to get to Arabica, which is the coffee I drink, that's a trek. I just need to think about where's Apple. Apple. That's where Arabica is. That's all I have to remember.
But it's the furthest point from the parking.
Yeah. Anyways, my
Yeah,
question
moving
now.
on. Moving on.
So when a client says to you that they have a flexible budget,
Oh, a real estate question. Okay.
yeah,
I mean, it is a real estate podcast after all.
yes.
Yes. Okay. So flexible budget.
What would you say to that? Because lots of clients, especially first-time buyers, they're not necessarily upfront with their budgets, are they? They're quite like, oh, I'm flexible. I'm looking for a villa, four-bed villa or a 4-bed apartment. What's your budget? Oh, it's flexible. How do you handle that? Or
Well,
what's your advice? Or
The
what do
thing
you
is,
say?
everyone does have a budget, whether they think they have an open budget or not. It's really the broker's job to figure out what it is, because they might not even know. They might not even know until you put something in front of them that's 10 million, and they go, actually, that makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And then you go, okay, what about 7 million? And they go, yeah, that's better. So it's all about doing that. You know, if someone's coming to you, say they're looking for a 3-bedroom or a 4-bedroom, whatever, get those requirements first, and then, you know, if they're saying they have a flexible budget and they just want to see options, then put 2 or 3 options in front of them. And then they'll write off a couple. And, you know, you'll see, that's when you'll start to get the feedback of, no, that one's too expensive. Okay, cool. Oh, no, that one's a bit cheap. I don't like that. I don't like that building, blah, blah, blah. I want to be closer to this. I want to have this sort of view. It's really just narrowing things down, because some clients, they'll have their needs, but they don't exactly know what they want. That's where our expertise really comes into play, where they go like, these are the things that can't change. These are the non-negotiables. Find them out first. Find out those non-negotiables, whether that's a sea view, whether it's a incredible gym, whether it's, some people just want like their parking space to be really close to the elevator in their building. You know, there's certain things that people will not budge on. Get them out into the open first. And more often than not, one of them is budget as well. So yeah, it's all just about narrowing it down and getting as
I
much
think
data.
it's fair to say everyone has a budget,
Yeah.
and you just need to draw that out. And the sooner you can do that, the better, because it will save everyone's time. But I don't believe that a budget isn't there. You just haven't drawn it out. And I think as a broker, it's your job to determine like, what is that budget? And I think it goes down to education and providing that knowledge of, this is how much this gets you.
Yeah.
And then for you to decide. I don't think you should be out with a buyer when you don't know what they're comfortable spending, because that shows 2 things. They don't trust you, and they haven't felt like you've asked enough questions to determine that number.
Yeah.
So either way, you're not doing your job completely to the best of your abilities if you're at that stage.
Yeah.
Because I've had brokers turn up on viewings, and the clients asked me as the listing agent, how much is this? And I've said, oh, you know, it's 1099. they're like, oh yeah, no, this is a bit more. And I was like, well, how are we here? How have we got this far?
How have we got to this stage?
Yeah, you're in the door, like how have you got here? And I've spoken to I've basically questioned the broker and said, this is the listing price. What's their budget? Oh yeah. No, this is in their budget. This is in their budget. And then the client's looking at me perplexed, and I thought, yeah, so that shouldn't be happening. Yeah. Okay, your turn.
Okay, on to me. Okay, so we recently spent some time in Ras Al Khaimah.
Yes, that was so much fun.
It was a lot of fun, right? We just went through, and for those that don't know, Ras Al Khaimah is one of the Emirates. So the United Arab Emirates is made up of 7 Emirates. And, you have Abu Dhabi, you have Dubai, and Ras Al Khaimah is another one. And it's only about an hour away from Dubai.
It's closer to Ras Al Khaimah from our house than it is to go to the Palm. It took 1 hour to get from mine to Ras Al Khaimah.
We're not an hour away from the Palm.
It's taken me over an hour to get to the Palm before.
Okay, peak traffic, but...
Yeah, that tells you a lot.
Okay,
an hour to West Palm Beach.
That could be misinformation.
An hour to West Palm Beach.
Okay, in terms of time, sometimes it takes an hour to get to the Palm if it's super, super packed.
But there is no traffic to Rat because there's nothing there.
Yeah, of course, it took us an hour. But you need to remember, we're the IOC side, so we're on the... this side of Dubai. Whereas, if you're on Jebel Ali side, then you're much closer to Abu Dhabi. But nevertheless, it's not far at all. And there's a couple of things that are exciting about Ras Al Khaimah. And the main one is that we have a casino coming. And not just a casino, the Wynn Casino. And it's going to be the biggest Wynn casino in the world.
Oh, the biggest casino in the world. It
is the biggest casino in the world?
Yeah.
Well, there you go. I knew it was the biggest one. I didn't know it was the biggest casino, but there you go. And, it's going to be on an island, similar to the way we have the Palm Jumeirah in Dubai, where it's the Al Marjan Island in Ras Al Khaimah. And we're going to have the Wynn Casino there. And it's really just going to be a resort island, the casino, the beach clubs.
Yeah.
It's going to be unbelievable. And that's going to be finished by 2027. So it's not that far away. And my question to you is what effect will the casino have on Ras Al Khaimah, and how will that affect Dubai and the rest of the region?
My client's calling me.
You have a client call, and I've just asked you a question. Right, take the call. You know my rule.
Okay. Hello.
Hi, Zay.
Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm good. How's things?
Good. Yeah, chilling. I just got a call from the bank, by the way. So
yes.
You have 2 minutes to chat.
I'm literally in the middle of a podcast, but I've got a minute.
Oh, no. Call me back after. You're giving a podcast right now?
Yeah. Sorry.
Oh, yeah,
okay.
Do your thing. Yeah,
okay. I'll call you right back.
Yeah, no worries.
Okay, bye. Real estate things.
Yeah, you got to do it. No, that's my rule. If it's a client calling, no matter the time, you've got to take it because they come first. So. Sorry,
you were saying, could you repeat the question, please?
I forgot what I was saying. Oh, Ras Al Khaimah. Yes. Yeah. What effect do you think the casino is going to have on Ras Al Khaimah and the property prices there? And also, what will the effect be for the rest of the Emirates, especially Dubai?
Obviously, it goes without saying, real estate industry is going to be booming. It already has. We've seen it firsthand, off plan. It's just gone through the roof.
Yeah.
Expected. Right now, Ras Al Khaimah, if you drive there's only like 5-6 hotels. It's not that established. Al Marjan Island is a lot of sand, but lots and lots of hotels and lots of brands have recognized this area as the new it thing, right? It's going to be a destination. It's going to cover everything. It's going to attract not just casino goers, but also families. It's going to be a destination in its own right. It's going to bring something that we haven't seen in the world, which is a fully fledged Emirates operating with different islands, all simultaneously drawing in at tourists. It's just going to be insane, right? They're going to build a new airport just to have direct flights into Ras Al Khaimah. So in terms of real estate, it's going to be thriving. In terms of the demand for employment, for jobs, it's going to go through the roof. Now, those people also need places to live. So in terms of infrastructure and business centers and the commercial side of real estate, all of that is going to have a huge effect. Now, we've already seen Anantara there right now, but other brands are coming in. So like Nikki Beach Residences, Nobu Residences, Aston Martin Residences. And we get the Address Hotels, they're also launching a brand there. There's every brand that you can think of is launching a building there. And there's a reason for that, because everyone knows where there's a casino, it's going to be an influx of tourists.
But I think the important thing as well, everyone's looking at Ras Al Khaimah and they're only thinking of the casino, and they're saying, it's just relying on that casino being amazing, which it will be. It's going to be the best in the world.
Yeah.
It's going to be incredible.
When have you known the UAE to not do something amazing?
Exactly. But already Ras Al Khaimah has a pool. Like you said, you mentioned it there. Ras Al Khaimah already has the Anantara. It's already got the Ritz-Carlton. It's already got the Rixos. It's already got the Doubletree. It's already got the Hampton, the Radisson, the Movenpick. It's already got these hotel giants there. And now we have a casino coming. So clearly, if the hotel giants are there, what does that tell you? It tells you that it's already a popular area for tourists. It's a resort city.
It was fully booked when we tried to go. And when we went, by the way, it was June and it was hot. And this is the time of the year where everyone goes to Europe because it gets hot. We tried to get a booking there and we couldn't. Like, literally told us, sorry, fully booked. This is a giant hotel, by the way, with like over 400 keys. And we couldn't get a booking.
Exactly. So the important point here is Ras Al Khaimah already is attractive for so many reasons. And now we have a casino coming. Not just a casino, but the best, the biggest, and it's a Wynn casino. It's going to be incredible. So this is only a bonus. And that's what people are forgetting. They're only looking at the casino, but look at what the Emirate has to offer already.
Yeah.
So you're already buying into that, and the casino's a bonus.
Like, it's not just going to be great for tourists. Ras Al Khaimah will be a destination for everybody that lives within the other Emirates that will be able to drive up for the weekend, and it will be like a guy's trip for the weekend or a girl's trip, and they'll go for a long weekend and it's a nice getaway. Now, in terms of what buyers and nationalities that are really already eyeing it up, I mean, in terms of the off plan, we're selling to everyone, all nationalities. Chinese buyers in particular are loving this. And the reason for that is, I mean, we went to Hong Kong recently. We were in Macau, which is arguably one of the best casino resorts in the world, close to Las Vegas.
So Las Vegas of the
East. Yeah. And don't get me wrong, I mean, it's impressive, right? I mean, everything's massive. You've got all these brands and it's cool. But I can tell that we're going to blow everything else out of the water.
One thing the UAE understands is luxury. They go above and beyond with luxury in every single stage. When you're talking about valeting your car, when you're talking about, service and get at a restaurant and the wait staff, everything, every stage of whatever you're doing, whether it's entering a hotel, whether it's eating at a restaurant, it's all about the experience, and it's all about luxury at every single stage. So that's what they get absolutely on point. And I think what we seen in Macau was impressive, but it was impressive because of what we were looking at. But the service wasn't quite up to the scratch that we expect here. So I think they're gonna bring the wow factor that places like Las Vegas and Macau already have, because casinos are incredible to look at and they're one of the most impressive probably structures you can see. But added with the hospitality that UAE offers and with that level of luxury, I think this is going to be unlike anywhere else in the world.
Well, they're also not just doing that, it's like master planning. I mean, they're really bringing things that I've personally never seen before.
Yeah.
That whole service of taking people on a yacht from the tip of Al Marjan Island and ferrying them over where the Wynn Casino is, and going to have that transportation links, and there's going to be floating restaurants, and there's going to be the largest water park that we've ever seen in the Middle East. Everything is coming there. And I think by us taking a staycation there, it really was an eye-opener. I mean, we were leaving with the intention of, our next investment is going to be in Ras Al Khaimah. We want to buy that. That's the next thing we want to buy.
I think it's going to be one of the best, I'd go as far to say the best area within the next sort of 3 to 5 years for capital appreciation, because as soon as that casino hands over, this is going to go through the roof. It's all those, another call.
This is another call. And I'm sorry, but it might be an offer.
Take it.
Elliot.
So,
do we have an offer?
not on this.
Oh!
When's the Wassel Villa completed?
It will be ready in 3 weeks. I did do a check on it a couple of weeks ago, but
Fully ready.
Yeah, in 3 weeks.
Okay. Just got my Italian.
Are you calling me to tell me you're getting me 55 million?
Maybe.
Is that a big maybe?
We don't do maybes, Elliot. It's a yes or a no.
Are you bringing me a check for 55 million?
I'm not bringing a check, no.
Okay. Well, you're wasting my time. Okay.
So, these Italians, I've taken them down there before. I've taken them to Sherwood Park, and obviously I've walked them around the community, showed them all the villas and stuff.
Yeah.
And obviously he's then got other investors back in Italy. Well, he's in Italy now anyway. Okay, and obviously linking up with all his investment mates. And one of them is obviously looking for a villa.
Okay. Well, I'm in the middle of a podcast, but I will call you straight back and we can go through this.
Sound.
Okay. All right. Speak to you in a bit. Bye. Bye. So he didn't get me a 5 mil check, but he might have
50
a 55 mil.
55 mil, yeah.
This is why I love this job. I'm like, oh.
It's like, you don't
okay.
have an offer from a 5 million. Oh, but I might have someone interested in your 55 million. Oh! Now we're talking.
Actually, I really wanted to, I touched on Macau, but do you want to sort of go into, recently, Dylan and I decided to up and go on a spontaneous trip to Hong Kong.
Yes.
And we wanted to basically launch a roadshow, which we haven't really seen done. I mean, we've seen a couple of developers do it, but not really companies. And obviously, since we've done it, everyone else is doing it. Because what can I say? We set trends.
Trendsetters.
But we decided to book out the 4 seasons and really get in front of the buyers out there and the investors, because we are seeing a lot more Hong Kong investors out here. The market out there, my goodness, declining. Since COVID, they've just gone like this. And it's interesting because in Dubai, since COVID, we've gone like that. So any broker that has joined the real estate industry in Dubai post-COVID has only had a good time. That's all I can say. Like, you've only had a good time because it's only gone up. The market's just booming. And I think that it's really interesting to see how the government out there is trying to waive certain fees and stamp duties and stuff to encourage people to buy, and still a bit flat and standstill.
Well, I think what was the massive thing for me as well was the ROIs they're getting, and the yields are so low.
So
you're
low.
talking 1-2% if you're lucky. And when over here, we're up at 10% in some areas, and especially within the off-plan sector. You'll be achieving 10% on handover just from a standard rental.
Yeah.
So it's really quite incredible. But I think what was important about that trip was we already knew there was a lot of buyers coming from Asia into this market, and specifically a concentration in Hong Kong. But it was great to go over there and really get the feel on the ground. And I think what I realized was the buyers that are over here, they're very few and far between. When you're actually over in Hong Kong, barely anyone knows about this place and what it can offer. They've heard of it. They've heard of Dubai. They've heard of the Burj Khalifa, but they don't know what this place has to offer. They don't know the returns you can get on the property. They don't know about the capital appreciation. They don't even know about the price per square foot and what you can get for the same price compared to that of Hong Kong. And it's night and day. It is unbelievable. For what you can get a studio apartment in Hong Kong, you can get like a 3-bed here.
The studio apartments there are 200 square foot. That's a car park.
200 square foot. Remember, before we went, we obviously stayed in a hotel, but we looked at the Airbnbs just to see what it was like. Do you remember that Airbnb? In the hallway, there was a sofa bed and then a kitchen at the end.
Kitchenette. It's like the one hop. It was tiny.
That couldn't have been 200 square foot. That'd be less.
Yeah, that was.
And then
small.
the bed, and then there was it was like an L-shaped corridor was all the flat, and half of the corridor was the bed right at the window, and then half of it was a sofa bed, but I don't know how you could even pull it out. And then the kitchenette at the end. That was like an L-shaped corridor. Must have been about 80 square foot.
You're also quite a big guy. Okay, people in Hong Kong are very small and petite. Like all the chairs and all the tables and all the seats on the buses, they're like really small.
I don't care. You're a small person, and 80 square foot is not big enough for you.
I agree.
2 beds.
But you know what's interesting about Hong Kong is, one, your money doesn't go very far in Hong Kong. But 2, you're right, people weren't educated enough about the Middle East. They really have no idea how much it's thriving out here and how much they can really tap into this market and profit, very quickly. And it's a very fast-paced market. And I think educating them was the first step, really.
Yeah,
I think we just went in there really with the intention of informing, and it has resulted in deals, which obviously we're fortunate for. But we went in really to just inform them that, hey, did you know you can invest the equivalent of $1 million and I can get you a fixed 8% fixed ROI for 10 years and you don't have to touch anything? And they're like, sorry.
Yeah, they were almost like, this is too good to be true.
Yeah.
What's the catch? I was like, there's no catch.
Yeah. Oh, and also another big difference, by the way, is that when we talk about, a 2-bed, 1,500 square foot, they were like, is that When you say 1,500 square foot, is that the net square foot? And I was like, yeah, of the internal space. And then you've got an additional 100 square foot balcony. And they're like, no, like, is it the net space? Like, and I said, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Because apparently in Hong Kong, which I didn't know, when they give you a square foot, they're actually including areas which you can't even use. It's like sort of like MEP walls, or it could be part of the corridor from the lift, and they're including that as your title
It's
deed.
like they take the floor plate and they say that's a square foot, but then hold on, you've got structural walls and everything that is taking up another 300 square
So
feet.
minus 20% off.
Yeah.
And that's about your square foot. Whereas here we don't even, I've never been asked that question because it's not a thing.
It was crazy.
Like if I said 1,600, you're getting 1,600. Measure it, you're getting it, you know?
But I think what I realized massively from our trip was we're still at the early stages of this place.
Oh, yeah.
The people that are here are like, oh my God, the real estate market is just going up and up and up. And the prices compared to 10 years ago. And I'm like, shut up. I'm like, 10 years ago, you know, if you bought then, fantastic, you're in great money. But you were one of the early adopters. Right now, you're still an early adopter, because when we went over there to educate people in Hong Kong and the rest of Asia and show them what this place could offer, 95% of them hadn't ever heard of what this place can offer. So, you know, there's still so much more to come, not just from Asia, but also from UK, also from Europe. Also, we've not even tapped into the US really. So it's like there's still so much more interest to come here, and the people that do come here, it's a very small percentage of what's really out there. So I still think this place has, you know, it's
so much.
Oh yeah.
So
it's a
much
fraction
potential.
of where it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay, so on to the next question.
Yeah.
We'll only do a couple more. So what are you saying if a client tries to negotiate your fee?
No.
Okay, I agree to the sale, but like, can you just knock off 0.5% of your commission?
No. Short and sweet.
But I've got Bilal over there who'll do this deal for 1%. Why can't you do the same? Look. Dylan?
Zaina.
I'm ready to move forwards. All cash.
Great.
I really want to get this signed. Look, I've got another agent. He's got the same property. You know, I really kind of want to move forwards, but I don't want to pay more than 1% in commission. I just really need to maximize my profits here.
Okay, sorry, this is the first I'm hearing of this. We've done 2 viewings plus another night viewing on this as well.
Yeah.
With yourself and your partner.
Yeah, I definitely want it.
You know, it was very clear what the price was. It was very clear what the fees were. I just feel like this is coming up at the last stage. Yeah,
I know. I just, you know, there's brokers out there. You know, I've been out here for a long time now, and you know, I don't want to pay this conveyancing fee. Firstly, I've never seen that before. I've never had to pay it before, and secondly, I'm just saying if you can do something for me, because I'm going to buy from you more. I'm going to buy more properties from you, but just waive like 1% would be great. It would really help us out.
I understand, but look, I've had clients that have been with me long standing for 5+ years, and I'm not giving them a deal on their fees. So it's just something I can't budge on. Look, if you have another broker out there that's got the same property, then, you know, my owner already knows that your name and that you're going to be submitting an offer through me, and I've got a very, very good relationship with my seller. And if you try to go through another broker, it's only going to ruin the relationship. And I know my seller, he won't even entertain it. So look, you can run that risk if you like, but it's just something I don't negotiate on. Look, if you want me to try and negotiate the price with the seller, I will. That's what I'm here for. But don't make me negotiate my fees, because that's something I don't do, and I think it's bad faith to doing a deal.
You'll have my check in the morning. There
you go.
Yeah, I mean, that's the best way to do it. People need to realize that the price may be negotiable, but your work isn't, because then what does it say about your value as a broker? I mean, it means that if you're willing to negotiate your fee just to get a deal over the line, it just shows that there's zero self-respect. That's how I see it anyway. I've never negotiated my fee, and I refuse to do it.
Yeah, it's just it's something you can't do. I just don't think it. You know, we have a lot of brokers out in the market that do undercut other brokers by saying, you know, I'll get this deal done and I won't charge this fee and all that.
Because they need the business. Yeah,
exactly, because they need the business. But it's like, I mean, there's no benefit for anyone doing that, and these brokers are the ones that won't stand the test of time.
Yeah.
Or will they be here in 3 years' time, or will they be here through a market downturn? No, because, you know, if they have to do those tactics now, in a good market.
Yeah. Like,
what I
if
mean?
you're having to negotiate in the best market we've seen in decades.
You understand in the US it's 3% each side, so it's a full 6% on the deal.
6%.
Here it's 2% each side.
And people are still crying.
I know.
It's like you don't go to the doctors and say, thanks for saving my life. Can you just waive your fee, please? Like, can I just not do that?
Are you calling us lifesavers?
Like, I'm not saying
I mean,
lifesavers.
some of the deals we've done, I would class myself as a lifesaver.
Yeah, I mean, I've definitely, we've been in all sorts of situations. You've had people where, like, you know, the asset has fallen to the, you know, family members because the seller passed away. You've had to, like, negotiate people's assets, and it's a difficult position to be in.
I think what's important about this fee structure is, you know, especially if you're an investor and you want to have a good relationship with your agent and you want them to bring you good deals first in the market. They're not going to bring you. You're not going to be the first phone call when they get a fantastic deal under market that, you know, there's a seller in distress and he needs this gone within 7 days or you know, he's going to default on payments, whatever. You're not going to be the first call if you're already negotiating
I'm not calling
fees.
Tony if he's just tried to knock my fees down.
Of course not.
No, I'll call my 50,000 other buyers that have paid me my fee
so if
and respect me.
You do that, you'll lose in the long run because no one's going to bring you the good deals in the market.
Because they know that, oh, I've got a great deal. No one else knows about it in the market. If I bring it to him, he's just going to, you know, mess me around. So I'd rather present it to other people. Like, this goes back to my next question, which actually I'll get into it now then.
Okay.
What do you think about, because we recently went for a nice business lunch with one of our clients, and some of our clients, when they're looking to start a big portfolio, they have the idea of maybe starting their own real estate company because they feel like they're saving money by being their own broker and finding their own deals. And then also people who are in a position where they've got friends in a circle who want to buy property and they're like, well, it doesn't cost much. It's very easy, which we both know it is, to start the trade license. But what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, it's similar to sort of what I said before. All the brokers you work with in the market or your good brokers aren't going to come to you because you're going to say, well, you know, my 2%, I'm actually absorbing that myself because I have my own real estate company. It's like, okay, well, so you're not paying me. You've set up this company to not pay me for the work that I've done for you for the last however many years you've been a client. Because
now you've got to see yourself. You're not just a client now. You are a broker. You're actually the other broker's competition. Yeah. So there's no way that we're calling you or picking up the phone to tell you about all this new stock, you know, and do you know what I mean?
Also, it's pointless. I mean, don't start a company if you're not going to do anything with it. If it's just to save fees, it doesn't make sense because, like I've said, you won't get the good deals anyway. You know, and running a real estate company, we both know running it is hard. It's very time consuming. It's a 24/7, 365-day a year job.
Don't we know it?
And it is unbelievably stressful at times.
Yeah.
And sure, it's worth it. But, you know, it can't be something you just have on the side because it just doesn't work like that. So, yeah, if clients are looking to start up their own real estate company, then, look, you're going to cut off your own legs before you start running because you won't get the good deals out in the market because brokers won't bring you the deals because they'll go, okay, you know what, you're not going to pay me for bringing you a fantastic deal. And, like, it's not as if, you know, I work with all the brokers in the market. I'm happy to do that. I'm happy for them to keep their buyer's fee or their seller's fee, whatever it is. I'm happy to do that because I know these brokers are in the same position I am. You know, I want to work with real brokers. I don't want to work with sellers who set up an agency just to save on a fee.
I mean, in the hundreds of deals that I've transacted, I've never lost my client money ever in the 5 years I've been doing this job. Never lost client money.
There's the value, you know.
Exactly.
If you want to work with these sort of subpar brokers, go and do it, but you'll lose in the long run. Yeah,
interesting. Okay, your turn.
Right, last question on my side. What is my last question? Okay.
Make it fun.
It is a fun one.
Okay.
We're going to play a little game of this or that.
Oh, okay. Okay, I'm excited.
Now, I have 4 questions, and you need to answer them. First thing that comes to your head, you need to answer them.
Okay.
Okay?
Oh, I'm nervous.
It's just 4 questions, so it won't take long, but you just need to answer bang. Okay?
Okay.
Ready? Apartment or villa?
Villa.
Beach living or city living?
Beach.
Off plan or ready?
Off plan.
Brunch or dinner?
Dinner.
Okay, so run me through that again. Apartment or villa, you said villa.
Yeah.
And
I panicked.
Beach living or city living, you said beach.
I know, I live in the city.
Currently you live in an apartment in the city, but you chose the two opposites.
I know. You know what I was thinking about? I was thinking about when we're like on the next stage of our life with the dogs, need a villa. Do you know what I mean? And then I pictured like the paddleboard and the beach right there and the dogs.
So you want a villa on the Palm, you realise how expensive that is.
Just a few more deals, Dylan.
Yeah,
just got to keep working harder.
Just 30 million for a garden home entry price, but okay.
We'll get there.
And off plan already, you said off plan?
Off plan, obviously. I mean, I just bought an off plan.
Yeah, true. Congratulations. Congratulations to Zay. She just bought her first property.
Thank you.
We'll get into that later. So off plan already, you said off plan.
Yes.
I would agree. I mean, it depends on your strategy.
Yeah.
Obviously, your strategy right now is
flip.
Yeah, flip. And flipping on an off plan is fantastic, especially like something, you can get something on a great payment plan.
Yeah.
That becomes attractive for a resale as well. Something that's handing over relatively soon.
Yeah.
And that's what you've gone and done. And, it's perfect. It's a passive strategy on the site.
Yeah.
And it can be very lucrative. And then brunch or dinner? You said dinner. Why
yeah.
dinner?
Where's your favorite place to go for dinner?
Well, you're throwing it back on me now.
Yeah.
My favorite place to go for dinner.
I feel like I know what you're going to say.
I don't even know. Oh, I do know what I'm going to say.
Well,
first of all, it has to be a steakhouse.
Okay.
And second of all, this is where I've had the best meat so far. It's the Meat Co. in Madinat Jamir. That's not what you thought I was going to say.
It is not.
What did you think I was going to say?
I thought you were going to say Amelia's because of that steak we had with the salt bar, the salt
Amelia's
slab.
was good. Yeah.
Oof, that was good.
That was good.
But my favourite dinner place is the Guild.
Oh, the Guild.
Gorgeous.
Oh my God.
Gorgeous food, gorgeous settings,
wow.
Stunning. Lobsters in the tanks. Everyone's dressed up.
I love that. Like you go in, so in the Guild, it's in DIFC, right? And they've got a rock pool. And in that rock pool, as you're walking past it, you just see like crabs and lobsters.
Yeah.
Like you could literally go in and grab one. I mean, you'd get kicked out, but you could go in and grab one. They're right there.
Yeah.
And then on the wall, there's like an array of tanks that has the massive big like king crabs in it. More lobsters.
That did make me sad though.
Oh.
It made me really sad because I looked at him and I was like, "These are your last hours."
That's my dinner. Thank you very much. It makes me hungry looking at it.
But no, I love it. It's great vibes, and also it's an open concept. So all the kitchens are like around you in a circle and it's all open, so like there'll be like the bread station and everything's fresh and it's just gorgeous vibes.
Oh, it is beautiful,
and it's really romantic. It's like red and like dimly lit,
and they've got a little like club and cigar lounge through the back.
Yeah, they have like different pockets, don't they? It's gorgeous.
Yeah. Okay, so we had the Guild, Amelia's, and the Meat Co. I just love the Meat Co.
And Chic Nona.
Well, yeah, I love
it's all
Chic
local.
Nona. It's probably one of the best for a drink.
Yeah.
I do like the food there as well. Chic Nona. On like on a day like when the weather is like really nice and mild,
and the terrace,
and you sit in the restaurant downstairs and they have like the patio doors wide open, and it's just like sort of like later on to the day where the sun's still out and the bird is there, and you've got that like indoor but outdoor sort of dining. That's the best. That is beautiful. But yeah, the Meat Co, because I love meat, and they do a great tomahawk steak, and you're on a little pier on the little canal through the Madinat.
Burj Al Arab.
You've got the Burj Al Arab in the background.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It is beautiful, and it's that sort of old Arabic style all around.
Yeah.
So that was the first one that sprung to mind, but I know there's so many good options.
Yeah.
But that's probably the best steak I've had in Dubai so far. So
good to know.
Yeah. There we go.
Okay. Well, wait, let me just check in terms of
you get
time.
Another call.
I know. I was going to say no more calls. No. Do I have one last question? Sorry.
It's okay.
Oh, yeah. Abu Dhabi or Dubai?
Dubai. I live in Dubai, I work in Dubai, I do everything in Dubai. I love Abu Dhabi. It's great for what it is. I think in terms of real estate, there's massive potential in Abu Dhabi. It's a totally different sort of market. It's a totally different crowd. But I really do think it's sort of it's the the dark horse. People sort of, they look at the Middle East and they just think of Dubai, really. But, you know, you have Abu Dhabi and Ras Al Khaimah either side of Dubai as well, and incredible investments in both of them. I would love, like we've said before, we'd love to have an investment out there in Abu Dhabi.
Yeah,
we'd love going through to Abu Dhabi for like the weekend, or if we had something on Mamsha.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
We just recently went to Abu Dhabi last week to watch the basketball game. Our first ever basketball game. We've never been to one. And we went to Etihad Arena for the night with our beautiful clients who invited us. And it was the USA game. Some of the best basketball players in the world, like I'm talking Steph Curry, LeBron James, all on this court. And we were just like...
That's crazy. You know, our first ever basketball game we've been to, and we're literally seeing a second dream team of LeBron James, Steph Curry, Kevin Durant, Anthony Edwards, everything. It's unbelievable. And seeing that, and we had great seats, like right at the front of the stands. It was unbelievable. And yeah, it was incredible. That's what Abu Dhabi's really good for, is it has this big, massive, like, international pool where you know, they get fantastic acts all around the year at the Etihad Arena. I mean, we've seen some fantastic people there.
There's comedians. The basketball players was huge for me because I've never seen one. And like in my world, you're the tallest person I know.
Right.
But like, just
it's not true.
In my world, I'm like, Dylan's really tall. He's the tallest person I know. But then...
It makes no sense, but okay.
But then I went to his basketball game and I'm like, Dylan, they're like twice your size.
Yeah.
They're huge. They're so big. Like, I had to really look at them across and I'm like, oh my God.
Everyone thinks Steph Curry's small, but I think he's like 6'5" or something.
Yeah, he's not, okay, I'm not 6'5". I think he's like 6'3".
Still 6'3" is huge, but I think he's higher than that.
Really?
Taller than that. I think so, but he just
Great
looks
game
small,
though.
because he's surrounded by 6'8" and 6'9" and all that sort of
but
stuff.
You're right. I mean, there's so much going on there. And it's...
Yeah, I mean, obviously you have the F1, one of the best weekends on the planet.
Great
is the
times.
F1 in Abu Dhabi.
We've had some great
So yeah,
days.
it's not. I don't say I prefer Dubai because I don't like Abu Dhabi. I love Abu Dhabi, but you know, in terms of living, especially at our age, Dubai's the one, definitely. But Abu Dhabi, I absolutely love. I'd love to have a property through there. It's got the nicest beach in the UAE.
Gorgeous.
You know, you've got Seoul Beach at Mamsha. Wow, it is beautiful. It's turquoise water. It's just absolutely stunning. That's the good thing about Abu Dhabi, is it's really full of, it's much more sort of
laid back,
cultural,
chilled.
and it's full of like nature, because like they've got a bunch of islands and they've got mangroves.
Oh, the
like
mangroves. We haven't done that.
They're preserving all of that as well. So you get these beautiful beaches, stunning water, white sand. It really is sort of unique in that sense.
The Louvre as well. That's iconic.
Yeah. Well, we're going to have six renowned six renowned museums on Sadia Island alone. You know, you've got the Louvre, the Guggenheim, the National History Museum. I can't speak. National History Museum, Sheikh Zayed National Museum, Team Lab Phenomena, which
Guys,
is like
this
Museum
is
of the
what
Future.
it's like filming with Dylan, by the way. It's
come
like rewind.
You know what it is? I'm thinking, but my mouth is going faster than I'm thinking. I think that's what it is. Or I'm thinking faster than... whoa, on to the next one. Anyway, yeah, Abu Dhabi, great. Dubai, great. Ras Al Khaimah, great. Fantastic. Moving on.
Now, here's an area we haven't, which we'll just wrap up with really quick.
Yeah.
Sharjah.
Ooh, yes.
Yeah, another Emirate.
Another dark horse. Another place that, you know, is maybe a bit slept on, mainly probably because it's very sort of inland. Obviously, it does have its coastline, but like most of it's sort of towards the.
So for those of you who don't know, where Dubai is, Sharjah borders that, where the downtown area is in Dubai. So you've got downtown, Deira side. Sharjah literally borders very close to that. So you're right, it is slept on. And let's talk about that. I think part of the reason is because only recently, 2019 was it, that they opened up for freehold ownership.
Well, 2019 was Abu Dhabi.
Sorry, 2019 is Abu Dhabi. I think it's 2022.
I think
for Sharjah. Correct me if I'm wrong.
Might be even, yeah.
But they've only just opened up freehold ownership. So that's why when we're saying to investors, you're still in the first few phases of investment. Even if you think, oh, I should have done it 10 years ago, get in now, because certain Emirates, you'll be one of the first foreign owners, you know?
The thing that's good about Sharjah is we've got a villa development there, Masar.
Beautiful.
And it's stunning.
In the forest.
And it's only 35 minutes from downtown in DIFC. So you live out in JGE or the Palm, you're actually further away than Masar and Sharjah. So, you know, even though you're in another emirate, you're, you know, if you work down this side of town, then you're actually you're no further away than you would be in these other villa communities.
And your money goes really far. Like 8.5 mil. If you think about 8.5 mil, 5-bedroom villa, where can you find one in Dubai where it's fully turnkey and it's not in the middle of the desert? Like, it's really hard, really hard.
L-shaped with a massive pool.
Massive pool.
Great big plot.
Can't find it.
Yeah, so you're getting that.
You're getting that ready this year, December this year. Do you know what I mean? Like brand new, 5 bedrooms, like plot size, you know, talking like 7,000 square foot, like it's generous. And you're getting G+2, you're getting like full glass, like floor to ceiling. Like I had a client that was like, look, I've got a budget of 10 mil. And I hate to say it, but 10 mil doesn't get you much these days anymore. No. Like it just doesn't. Like you've just come from a viewing on the Palm and that's to flip something. And that's 12. Talk us through that.
Well, that's actually really exciting, actually. It's one of my clients and they buy and flip properties on the regular. And we were really excited to be able to find something on the Palm, which is at a good price of 12 million. And, you know, the bones are fantastic. It needs a full rejig on the inside. In terms of layout, in terms of finishing. And, you know, we've got some interesting ideas for it. Don't want to say too much because it's, you know,
all these sneaky agents out there.
Well, no, more because, like, you know, we want to keep these ideas sort of, you know, exclusive for when if we do take this one on and if we launch it, then, you know, it's going to be really quite a showstopper. But yeah, so we're excited to sort of find this option and it's making a lot of sense just now. So I think we're going to start going into negotiations, see what we can do and hopefully get it wrapped up because, you know, to get something on the Palm there at 12 million and with a great renovation opportunity is, it's something that, you know, I don't think it's going to be around for long. You know, within the next year, those prices, 12 million, you won't be able to find them.
Minimum 15.
Minimum 15. So, I mean, it's the Palm Jumeirah. It's one of the most iconic islands in the world, if not the most iconic. I mean, I think when the Palm first sort of came out, the whole selling point was you can see it from space and all that sort of stuff. So it's like everyone knows it worldwide, the Palm Jumeirah.
It's very iconic. Probably one of the most iconic postcodes in Dubai. And also, like I was reading earlier, you know, year on year, prices of villas have gone up 33.4% since COVID. 33.4%.
Wow.
That's insane.
I didn't know that stat.
Yeah, so that came out yesterday in last night's article and in Arabian Business. So we'll wrap this up there, but
yeah, I mean, we've both got a lot of work to get on with. You've had 2 calls in the 45 minutes.
Let's close these offers.
I know, and I've got an offer on the table, so we need to run. But hey, that's real estate. That's what we love.
100 miles an hour.
100 miles an hour and no stopping.
Yeah. But, okay, guys, that's the end of that. Well, catch us on the next episode.
Yeah. See you later.
You just love finishing with a lot of something.